What did we Africans ever do to deserve this kind of harsh economy every day? It seems like more and more every time we keep on suffering from this harsh economy, okay? I don't know how this will stop or when this will stop, but it seems it's not getting any much better. Well, I found this post on X from a Ghana broadcast channel, their page on X, and I decided to dive inside more to see what is going on in Africa right now. See this. Alright, so Joy News, a broadcast channel in Ghana, tweeted on their X page saying, Ghana ranks 6th in Africa with highest food inflation. Source is World Bank. Okay, so I found this by Joy News. They are saying that Ghana is ranked 6th in Africa's highest food inflation. Okay, and the source was World Bank. So I was like, okay, fine. If Ghana is the 6th in Africa, who is number 1? Who is number 2? Who is number 3? Who is number 4? And who is number 5? Let's dive inside and see, wow, what is actually happening in Africa in terms of food inflation. Let's go. All right, so I went into their article and it says that Ghana inflation 6th highest in sub-Saharan Africa, World Bank. So it also came in and says Ghana's inflation of 25.8% is the 6th highest in sub-Saharan Africa, according to the April 2024 World Bank Africa Pulse report. So Zimbabwe, Sierra Leone, Malawi, Nigeria, and Ethiopia came 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, respectively, in the sub-Saharan Africa. The report revealed that the food inflation to 29.6% was higher than headline inflation 25.8%. All right, so now we have seen the countries that are actually occupying the number 1 position, number 2 position, to number 5 position. So they are saying that number 1 position right now, Africa's country with the highest food inflation is Zimbabwe. Number 2 is Sierra Leone. Number 3 is Malawi. Number 4, Nigeria, and then number 5, Ethiopia, with Ghana being number 6. So these 6 African countries have the highest food inflation. Okay, they are saying that estimatedly, the World Bank report was estimating it to be 25.8% in somewhere April 2024, but it ends up that it became 29.6%. That is crazy and that is huge. What is happening in Africa, my people? Why? What is happening in Africa? A land so rich that we can actually plant almost every food on earth. We are still having food inflation. What did we ever do wrong? What is wrong with our continent? Are we cursed or something? What is wrong? Let's continue with this. Alright, so they also came in and says, according to figures from the Ghana Statistics Service, the non-food inflation went up by 22.6%, while food inflation increased to 29.6%. Locally produced items and imported items went up to 26.6% and 23.8% respectively. So food and non-alcoholic beverages as well as transport were identified as the main drivers for the increase in the overall inflation for March 2024. So there you have it. They are saying that a lot of increments have happened in the Ghanaian system or Ghanaian's economy. Okay, they are saying that non-food inflation went up by 26.6% and then food inflation increased by 29.6%. And they're also saying that locally produced item went up by 26.6% and then foreign imported items also went up by 23.8%. So how are the locally produced market goods went higher than even the foreign imported ones? What? Well, we're also saying that the things that drive for this whole overhauling of the inflation of Ghana's inflation was food and non-alcoholic beverages, and also transports that were the main important thing that caused this whole inflation that happened in March 2024 in the Ghana economy. All right, so there you have it. Okay, Africa is suffering from high food inflation, and Ghanaians' own was caused by transport, food inflation, and non-alcoholic beverages. These are the things that caused it. And they are saying that the economy or their food inflation increased by 29.6% in only March 2024. That is insane. Okay, and you also have noticed that there are also 5 top African countries that are also outrunning Ghana in this. We have namely Zimbabwe, Sierra Leone, Malawi, Nigeria, then Ethiopia are actually being on top of Ghana, and they are all in respectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order. Ghana is actually or number 6. Well, when this was shared by the World Bank, let's see how fellow Ghanaians had to say, because Africa is really bad though. But let's see how Ghanaians had to say to this. All right, so this one came in and says, plenty arable land, but all the leaders are chasing is the wind. Burkina Faso, with a military leader, have deployed over 400 tractors to various regions to plow farms for free so farmers can grow more food. Your leaders say they used 43 million to dredge lagoon and 58 million for a pit. All right, so man is actually throwing some shades here. Man is saying that the Burkina Faso military, Captain Bamtori, we all know that recently he had deployed about 400 tractors to go across the country's most farm places to plow their farms for them. For free though, for free. And the man is saying that, but here in Ghana, nothing like of that sort is happening, but the current president though, or the current government have used 43 million dollars to dredge lagoon, and then 58 million for a pit. If you want to know what he's talking about, the 43 million dollars was to clean the drainage system in Ghana, and then 58 million dollars was also used to dig a pit, or should I say a foundation, for them to build a cathedral for God that is estimated to be $200 million. But to date, they couldn't have that amount to finish the cathedral, but they have been able to dig a pit worth $58 million in Ghana. That is how far our economy is, and that's how far our political leaders can think to. And that is how the economist thinks too. They are not really thinking that much. They're thinking that way. Okay, this one also came in and says, our president wants us to be first in everything. Too bad we got to cease. All right, so man is saying that the president of Ghana wants Ghanaians to be best in almost everything. And now they are number 6. Nah, they can do better. They can actually chase to be number 1. There's sarcasm here, though. There's a real sarcasm here. Well, this one also came in and says, wow, we are even better than others. Let us rejoice. Ghanaians are sarcasm, though. This one is saying that, so even Ghana's food inflation, they are better than others, then we should rejoice, because then Africa, some countries are dying, bro. You have worse than Ghana's inflation, food inflation right now. How do people even survive? Ethiopians, Zimbabweans, Malawi, Nigerians, Sierra Leones. How do you guys survive in your various countries? Because in Ghana here is crazy as hell. Our minimum wages is not up to the minimum. It's not even wage our minimum itself. It's below pay. And now food inflation is also high with no increment of salaries. It's hard to be a Ghanaian right now. I don't know about your various countries, but right now it's hard to be a Ghanaian right now. All right, this one also came in and says, this is our reality, not the cook and bull story the government is telling us. Well, this one is also saying that the government are also sharing propaganda, saying a whole lot of different things, but they are communicating, or the communicators also having to back them up with some whole lot of explanation to these kind of things. But the real stats will actually be shown. You cannot hide forever, though. It can never be hide forever. Okay, so that is what is happening in Ghana right now. The food inflation in the world, in Africa, is alarming, and we hope that something can be done about this. Okay, the next video I share say, and I'll share to share with you Africa's highest food inflation in 2024 by March, up to March. Let's see how far we can go till the year ends. Okay, hope we can actually do better and reduce this. So the next video I share say, and this was African time. See you guys around.